my channel, it is Molly here today with another video. So I hope you are all doing well and you aren't too hot, because today we seem to be having a heat wave. So my most highly requested video, I would say probably, is a gardening video. So many of you have asked to see what my garden looks like and see how I plant my beans out, things like that. So today I thought I would have a go at that. So if you like my channel, then please do subscribe. It would be great to have you as part of our growing community. If you enjoy this video and you like my garden, please do smash that big thumbs up button and press that notification bell if you do subscribe, so that you don't miss any of my uploads. So I think it's about time we get in the garden. It is literally the hottest day of the year today. So please excuse me if I don't get it all done today. We have some seeds to look at. I can give you a little bit of a tour of the garden. So today may be a bit more of a tour, and then I may film the actual gardening part tomorrow when it's a bit cooler, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to give you a tour first. I think that's the best idea, and then we can crack on with some gardening. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hi guys, so I just thought I needed to throw a little thing in there. This will be probably at the beginning of the video, even though I am filming this right at the end, just before 8 o'clock on a Thursday, so wonderful timing there on me. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly say I am aware that the date and time are stamped on all of my videos, and I'd just like to say it's because I'm a little bit unpracticed with this camera, let's say. So yeah, I hope it doesn't annoy you guys too much, but at least it's a gardening video. I mean, I guess it could be a worse video to be on, because gardening you do have to kind of do at a specific time, but yeah. Right guys, so I thought I would just quickly show you the plants we do still have to plant out. So I have 3 bean plants which still need to go in the ground. I have some sunflowers here with a weed in amongst them. I also have 2 pumpkin plants to plant out, and I will have coming soon, if I just scoot you over here, I have some seeds coming along over here and over here. So I will pop those out in a few days, but those seeds I will leave in for a little bit longer. This bean plant is a really lovely healthy bean plant, so I am going to put up a quick wigwam for it to grow up, and then I will plant it straight in the ground. So let's get on with our tour. Right, so when we come out here, the first thing we have is all my nasturtium plants. So I've got some nasturtiums here. I've got some small sunflowers here as well. I've got some little sweet pea plants which had a bit of an unfortunate time and didn't get that much water for a few days. So they're a little bit sickly. I have got some more sweet peas here. I've got a few seedlings of some marigolds, which I am just waiting to plant out the rest into my veg patch before I put those in between. My understanding is that marigolds really help take the pests away from your veg, and instead into the marigold, which I think is lovely. I have lots of these little pots here full of pansies. Let's just scoot you over here. I have this here which is a lupin. These flower the year after they're sown, so this is the only one from my first batch of seedlings to survive. but I have got another batch of seeds which I'm going to plant out soon. Here's another pansy. I believe it's a pansy. Anyway, I didn't actually keep note of all my seeds, so I hope I'm telling you the right thing. I've got some pansies here, some more pansies here. I've got one more sunflower over here. This was a herb. I can't quite remember which one it was, but it really didn't like being outside, and that has died. But never mind, moving on. We have some more herbs here, but I don't think they particularly like being outside. So I'm actually just going to take these inside. Right. So I've got another pretty little nasturtium plant here, and I have a pot of sweet peas. Here I hope that they have enough nutrients to grow and flower in this pot. We shall see. So when we go here, we have 4 little spots here. Now this one was thyme, this is dill, and this I believe is Sweet William. So this is where I'm going to put my beans. So I'll just give you a quick view of my entire veg patch. So that's my entire veg patch there. This is my little space where I'm going to pop my beans. Here I planted some lettuce over here, some carrots, some more Sweet William, and there was something else, but I've had a little bit of trouble because the cats use this as their local litter tray. I popped some fleece over these, they don't really need fleece on them now. These are just some more of my marigolds. As you can see, they've already been watered today. I've been using these little corks. I have a bag of corks, and I've been keeping the corks, and I've been popping the corks in the ground wherever I've planted something, so that when I come to water it, I always know that wherever there's a cork I need to water. So I've been finding that really useful. So here I have my bean pole plant. It's going to be really hard to see because of where the sun is. So I have my beans here. As you can probably see, these beans did get some frost damage. This was actually before I planted them in this position. So they are feeling a little bit sickly. I'm hoping that they will perk up over the coming months. Whether we get a good crop out of them or not is another question. But this is my first year of gardening, so any success is a bonus. So over here, I'm just going to take you into, I've planted in some nasturtiums here. Again, you can see the corks where I've planted them. I had a pansy which I planted out here, but it got a little bit too dry and passed away. I have some lovely plants here which I planted in a while ago. Let me just move my washing, as my washing line's kind of over this bit. So here I have some more pansies which seem to be doing really, really well. I have 3 hollyhocks plants which again are doing really well. If any of you know what this plant is and whether it's a weed, please let me know, because I have quite a lot of it in my garden. Obviously it's very close to my hollyhocks here. I kind of want to pull it out, but I don't want to get rid of it if it's something fancy. I have another nasturtium plant here. They have done so well. I would really, if you just started getting into gardening, this is a super satisfying plant to grow. Really, really easy to grow. And yeah, really wonderful plant. So yes, I have this, which I don't truthfully know what the name is, but we call it, well, I like to call it the toilet brush plant. I think it's really pretty with its little pink flower. Got another one there, and that lovely dark purple plant there, which I planted recently. So now I'm going to take you to the front of the garden to show you the front. So along this bit I haven't actually done any work whatsoever, but I just thought I would show you these lovely Welsh poppies which grow everywhere in my garden. So over here may not look like much. There's one poppy plant here, but I've actually planted in some cosmos seeds in here. I'm really hoping that they do start to grow. Yes, I'm really hoping these do well, as this is by my kitchen window, and it would just be nice if there was something nice as you came to the door of the house. So moving on this wall I just have 2 potted nasturtiums. This one is probably my biggest plant here. I think it looks so pretty. And coming into this border here, I'll just give you a quick overview. So we have here some more nasturtium plants. Sorry, it does need a bit of a weed. I have my hollyhocks here. I have another hollyhocks here. I have a sweet pea, quite a sickly sweet pea here. I have some more pansies in the ground. I have a seed mix. I can't quite remember what seeds it is, but it's a pretty kind of flower. Some more seeds here, I will go check. My other beans, so these didn't have enough nutrients in the pot before I planted them out, so they are a little bit yellow. I'm hoping they have perked up over the last few days, and they do seem to be growing well now, so that is lovely. This gorgeous little plant here, I can't remember the name of it, I'm terrible with plant names. Some more seeds, another hollyhocks, and some more poppies. So that is my front garden. Right, so I am just sat where I'm going to put up my bean plants today. I believe the seeds, I was thinking about it, I think they're delphiniums. I should have labelled them. I think that's been my biggest regret of my first year of gardening. I'm really sorry if the exposure is bad, by the way. The biggest thing I've regretted about my first year of gardening is that I didn't note down and write little labels next to everything I've seeded. And also I'd say the other thing is I didn't really border plan. And I was kind of told that I should, and I was like, oh, I'll just make it up as I go along. And it is a good idea too, because it is quite hard to fit everything in. Normally people do it in the veg patch, but I actually think it's almost more important in a border, because it's harder to kind of access a border than a veg patch and change it around. Veg you can kind of change around after a while, but I would argue with your borders it's harder to, and you've got more kind of set pieces and set shrubs and things which you can't move in the future really. So yeah, there's a few little things I've learned in my first few months of gardening. Now I am going to go get some bean poles and show you how I put up a wigwam. So that should be fun. Have a daisy. Right, as you can see, I have 3 bean poles here. I picked them up a little while ago from my mum at a completely safe distance and everything. So I have these lovely bean poles, and I am just going to stick them in the ground. So what you want to do is you want to stick them in a kind of triangle position. Beans you can plant in pairs, I've been told. But I'm not planting them in pairs because I don't have that many bean plants. So this patch of ground, I'm just going to move you around, see if, can you see anything at all? Yes, you can. So this patch of ground here, between this point and over here, is where I'm going to stick the poles. And I think I'll start with probably one there and one there sort of thing, but I like to dig a little hole first of all to stick the pole in, and then I stick the pole in, and then I kind of put the earth around it and pat it back in. if that makes any sense. So that is what I'm going to go and do. I just need to quickly go get a shovel first. Right, so, gosh, it's cooler near the ground. So I have put 3 of my poles in the ground. Now I'm just going to get some twine and I'm going to tie them together near the top so that they stay together and make a wigwam shape, and they're more stable. So the reason I like to make sure that they're properly in the ground is because if it's really windy or anything, you don't want the whole thing to tip over, because it will uproot the beans or break the stalks if that happens. So it's really important that the wigwam is really stable and secure and isn't going to fall over, because that would be a little bit gutting, I feel. So I'm just going to go get that twine and I will be back. Hello. Oh, there's a butterfly. Right. So, I am sweating so much even after just doing that. It's so hot today. It is crazy. So I'm just going to adjust your angle a little bit so you can see there. Sorry about my fence. So I'm just grabbing some of this twine here. This is actually a hemp twine I got. I was going to use it for sewing, but it turned into gardening twine, so that's the tea on that. Form to water before planting. It helps encourage root development. So that is what I'm doing. This lovely one here, I think I will just pop over here. So once the bean is planted in the ground, it's important to start training them. So just give it a little tie up here. Finishing touch, just another drop of water. Next one. This is by far my healthiest bean plant. Doesn't that look lovely? Plant number 3 has had some damage, but the new leaves are coming through quite nicely. So I am just hoping that this one will make it through. There we go. Let's give you a quick view of that. So this lovely plant, this lovely bean plant here is doing really well. I'm hoping great things for that one. I'm hoping survival for that one, and I'm hoping great things for this one. So that is my bean plant. Right, so you'll have to excuse me for sitting back a bit. That was such hot work, honestly, crazy, but at least the last of the beans are in and watered. So what I thought I would do is I would show you guys in this very laid back position of mine what seeds I have. So I have my pile of seeds this year. I thought I would just run you through what I have got seeded. So first of all, I have this Cosmos here, which, as I told you, is around the front. I also have this Sweet William, which seems to still have a few seeds in it. Yeah, still got a few seeds in there. So I have some Sweet William. These flower the year after they're seeded. So those are kind of in the front and possibly in one of the vegetable borders, I'm not sure. I have some marigolds, which I've shown you. I have some cabbage, which is coming through in some of my seed trays. I have pansies, which you have seen. This is another packet of marigolds, which I was keeping for later in the season, possibly. I have 2 packs of kale. I have already got planted out some kale in my veg border. That is some of the rows that got dug up by the next door cats. This rhubarb, beet leaf, chard, I feel like this might have been planted out and I haven't realised it, but equally I feel like I may have lost these ones. I may have not looked after them properly, I'm not quite sure. I have some carrots and half a packet of carrot seeds, so I'm hoping to do a kind of, not a crop rotation exactly, but I only sowed 2 rows of carrots, so I will plant some more in a few weeks for a continuous crop. This is the kale that I have planted out in my veg patch. I have my pumpkin seeds, of which I only got 2 super healthy pumpkin plants. My lupins, of which only 1 survived. My mixed lettuce, I still have half a packet of this. This is out in the veg patch. I have some delphiniums, which I feel like the delphiniums are in one of the seed trays as well. I'm really hoping that these go well, so they're a nice tall plant. I have some cornflower, which is also in the front garden, which I showed you, one of the patches of seed. And I'm pretty sure maybe I'm not sure, it might be one of the patches of seeds in the veg patch as well. I have my sunflowers, of which I lost quite a few, but I still have quite a few, so I shall transplant those soon. I have these lupin seeds, which I haven't planted yet. It says you can sow outdoors as late as July, so I'm in no hurry to plant these out. I will probably do it probably at the end of, I don't know, probably in a few weeks. So if you want to watch the progress of these, then do let me know. I have my nasturtiums, which we know are taking over the world, and I have my runner beans, which we have just planted, and that is that. Right, so I think that brings us to the end of my first gardening video. I expect there will be a part 2, as we still have a lovely pumpkin plant which needs a home. My sunflowers still need a home, and we have some more seeds coming through. So there's all those lovely things to look forward to, so please stay tuned for that. Please let me know any gardening tips you might have, because as I've said, I'm a little bit of a novice at this, well, a lot of a novice, but I think it's really lovely. Just a little thing I'd add, I have been watering my plants once a day and sometimes twice a day if it's really sunny. just so they don't dry out too much. That has been my biggest issue, is keeping things watered. It is a little bit of a heat trap in my back garden sometimes, and things can just dry up straight away. So I've been trying to keep on top of that, but Mr. Bean Plant has now left the area. We are going to have to find a new background for my channel once all my plants go outside. So please let me know any ideas of what I should put in my background. Maybe an interesting picture has been suggested. So stay tuned for that as well. But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching my video. It would be great if you could become part of the family and subscribe to my channel. It has been great having you here on my journey. Please do like this video if you have enjoyed seeing my garden. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all very much in the next part. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.